ran through the meadow on one large black horse. A storm had rolled in during the previous night, and I remember that the clouds were so thick and black that it felt like night when I had arrived at school. It didn't take long before the storm was in full force and the power had gone out of school. Our teacher decided to have us all sit together on the floor and read to us for the rest of the day, which was fine by me. The storm had passed, but the darkness lingered on when I got out of school. I walked down the now muddy path in the strange darkness, past the crooked house and beside the aging fence, each step becoming more and more difficult as the mud collected on my shoes. That's when I heard a thrashing. The cows weren't there, but I remember clearly that old black horse. I remember thinking that it was sick or injured or something. Its black coat was slick and steam was rising off its body in the cold air. It was kicking its back legs wildly and violently slamming its face into the mud. It had a weird look to it, not like it was panicking, but like it was calm, and it didn't look like it was out of breath. Again, it slammed its head into the mud and kicked out its legs, then shook its head from side to side furiously. I stopped to watch it. Looking back, I wish I'd just kept walking. I remember that after a minute or two, it stopped and looked up at me, the grime sliding off its face. It must have been in a matter of seconds because I had no time to react, and the horse had charged towards me. It didn't jump over the fence, but instead lowered its massive head and tore through the gap between the fence boards. The wood cracked and splintered as its muscled body strained and its long neck extended through the gap. The horse savagely lashed out and started snapping at me. With its entire body covered in huge, swollen muscles, it would recoil and then slam all of its weight back into the fence, attempting to break the boards. It did that again and again. Its enormous broad teeth came inches from me, and I fell out of my shoes backwards, leaving them stuck in the mud. It's a miracle that the fence was holding it back. I can see it clearly now. The horse was burned badly. The skin around its mouth had been seared off, and tendrils of pink, bloody skin snaked its way over its face like a spider web. The absence of skin made its teeth seem even larger, its black gums exposed, and its mouth frothing with spit that I could feel hitting me in the face. At that moment, I was absolutely terrified that this horse would kill me. I remember wanting to get up, but the thick mud had me trapped. I also remember the smell. It was like